I don't know. I couldn't understand Navi chick. I don't know what she just said. It's always the fucking same with me. I have no idea. Take the exit on the fucking what? So anyway, he gave me a job and that was 920 yen, I think. Again, no train money, fuck that. But the food was free. The food was free, but the half hour that I got for like, I don't know, dinner break, that was usually around midnight, that was unpaid. And I worked there from 10 to 5, which is 7 hours or 6.5 hours. And that, well, they didn't pay for the train, but they would pay me all the way to 5 AM, which is pretty nice. That was good. And it's raining. I'm sorry. Night vlog on the highway, getting out from Roppongi, and it's friggin' raining. I'm sorry about that. So, yeah. That was my first job, and I saw so many fucked up things in that restaurant in Roppongi. You will never believe it. I've had some shitty jobs in Germany, and I used to work in hospitality in Germany, and I'm telling you, that waiter job, that restaurant in Roppongi, that was crazy. That was nuts. That was completely crazy. About as fucked up as this weather is, whole bloody day sunshine, and I'm going home and it has to fucking start raining. Oh, another pretty car. What's that? Oh, I don't think this one is worth mentioning. So let me lane split, chupa-choo, 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 shoo-shoo, chupa-choo. Oh, look at that. That's like made for me. That's like fucking made for me. And mirrors, no, mirrors are good. Mirrors are good. Mirrors are good. Mirrors are good. Thank you, dude. One group, a bunch of Japanese, and I want to say, like, if I describe Roppongi and that restaurant to you, you will think, oh, Japanese are crazy, but it's not. Like, they are not. Roppongi is just messed up. Roppongi is crazy. I spoke to so many of my wife's friends, and whenever I said I work in Roppongi, everybody was like, wow, I never went there. Japanese do not go to Roppongi. Crazy people go to Roppongi. Yeah, this one's made for me. And there was like a group of Japanese, maybe 6 or 8 or something. It was fairly big. Group was fairly big. And I went there, well, I was the waiter, and they were all drunken. At that place, it's usually around 2, 3-ish. People get ready to settle down. That means they will nurse a beer or nurse like one pizza till they kind of like get ready to leave. You know, they want to stay there because they have to take the 5 o'clock train, right? They don't want to go home. Well, they want to go home, but they can't go home earlier, so nobody will leave a bar or a restaurant at 3 AM and go somewhere else. So these guys were there to stay, like 8 of them, everybody drunk. One of them started throwing up. Like he was like, he was retching. That was the funny part. One of the other guys goes like, dude, do you have a bucket? And I'm like, do I have a bucket? What do you want with a fucking bucket? And then I go to the manager, right? The Japanese guy spoke very, very little English. So I asked the Polish guy, I think, and he's like, they asked me for a bucket. And he's like, yeah, one of them's gonna throw up soon. Like, what? He's gonna throw up soon? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, no worries. There's a bucket in the toilet, like, under the sink. And I get the bucket and I give it to the group, and then one of them was really drunk, right? So they turned the seat around, so he was leaning with his chest on the backrest, and then they put another chair in front of him. They put the bucket on the chair, and then like 10-15 minutes later, the guy goes like, and he kind of throws up right in the restaurant, and I was like, yeah, dude, let it out. And the other 7 are laughing their asses off. eating their pizza and drinking their beer, and one of them is just like chucking up, and I'm like, dude, is this fucking, are you guys nuts? So we're throwing up in the restaurant and nobody gave a shit. That was funny. Another funny story was like two girls, like really cute girls, came in and sat down and ate, and also very late. It's like always like 3 or 4-ish, right? Always, that's when the fucking crazies are out. They're all drunk, they're getting ready to stay the whole night, and one of the girls asked me if I got chopsticks. And I was like, chopsticks? Like, they were eating, I don't know what they were eating, like tiramisu or I don't know, espresso shit, like some coffee stuff. And she's like, do you have chopsticks? And I'm like, what do you want to do with chopsticks? And then I gave her, like, you know, disposable ones. We use the disposable ones in the restaurant. And she takes them, and I said, what do you want the chopsticks for? And she's like, yeah, my friend's drunk. She's gonna throw up. I'm gonna just go to the toilet with her and stick the chopsticks down her throat, and then she's gonna throw up. So, oh, cool. Can I watch? No. I didn't do that. I was just like, yeah, that was crazy. That was fucking crazy. Another crazy story, another funny story, same restaurant, like 10 months, right? Another group was there. Again, quite a big group. 6, 8, 10-ish, I don't know. And then they all talking, like my Japanese back then was a lot worse than it's now. I had no idea what they were talking about. No, I was like cleaning the table here and there, just like every time you go outside and you come back inside, you have to take something with you. You have to bring something, right? Nah, that's still green. So they are sitting there, and then one of the guys pulls his dick out, and he sits on the chair around the table like everybody else. Like, not all guys, there were like girls with him too. And the girl next to him is like looking to the left, talking to her friend, and he sits on her right and he pulls his dick out.